Hello Capricorn, welcome to your monthly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the month of February 2023. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share the video on your social media. It really helps us out with the algorithm. Now, we're going to do a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever might come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each card. Use your own intuition to take you beyond just the things that I'm saying, okay? Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And wouldn't you know it, we've got this Sun card again. I think in your weekly reading, the first card that came out was your sunshine. Now, if that isn't a crazy coincidence, I don't know what is. And I really believe in meaningful coincidences and synchronicities, and to me that really takes the cake. I love that. I love that we had that card for you again. But let's lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread, which is going to include a mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Let's just go ahead and let's use the Rider-Waite deck. I don't know why I don't really go to it very often, but sometimes it really calls out to me. We're going to do one card randomly from the middle. It's pre-shuffled, but I like to try to be as random as possible. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, so stick around to the end of the video, and we'll see how that ties everything together and gives us the confirmation that we need, So, we've got a lot of fire energy, a lot of fire, water, a lot of good stuff. I think this is your month and especially if that weekly reading resonated with you, then this month is going to it's really going to take form. I think this is kind of a continuation from that weekly reading. So why don't you go watch the weekly reading if you haven't yet, and then watch this one too, and we'll see how this kind of, how it all connects. It all kind of syncs up, So we start out with this Sun card, and, despite the fear of being too repetitive, this is your sunshine. This is your outgoing nature. I think you're someone who's, at least, especially right now, last week, and I think moving into this whole month, you're a very optimistic person. You have this very kind of cheerfulness, very light and lively vibe about you right now, okay? I think that you're starting to feel like your life is really coming together, that you're experiencing kind of a new vitality, a new health even. I don't think that there was anything health related that you were going through, but it feels to me like you just feel the strongest that you've ever felt. You feel maybe the healthiest that you've ever felt, And I think a big part of that is your emotions, your spirit, right? Not just that you've maybe always been in relatively good physical health, but with this surge of this fiery energy, this is like you're just being animated by the spirit, and it just kind of it just increases your vitality. So you kind of have this energy like you're the healthiest that you've ever been. And I think a lot of that is getting rid of whatever was kind of dimming your sunshine, whatever was trying to kind of dial down your energy or veil your light, okay? And I think in the weekly reading, we talked about there being maybe one particular person in the recent past that was influencing you to veil your sunshine, right? That's the phrase that we kind of coined that one. But I don't think we can blame it all on this other person. I think a lot of it, was we do it to ourselves sometimes, through either self-consciousness or something causes us to lose a little bit of our self-esteem, a little bit of our confidence. We're trying to fit in better. And so I think a lot of us naturally kind of try to veil ourselves. We conceal ourselves. Everyone has a mask, a persona that they wear. And I think in your case particularly, your mask, your persona is really hiding, or was anyway, was really hiding this just vibrant and radiating kind of solar energy in you, okay? So I think that this week, this month coming, you really have a huge awareness of this kind of vitality in you. And I think it's coming out as a cheerfulness, as a vibrance, vibrantness, I don't know. A real liveliness, right? Real energy, optimism, cheerfulness. We're getting such a happy vibe from you right now that but it's not like a frantic kind of, anxious, pseudo happiness. I feel like a real calm confidence coming from you. And it's making me want to just kind of sit here in the sunshine and smile, even though it's snowing today. Not in here, thankfully. But I really feel that energy from you for this week and this month. I think February is going to really be an extraordinary month for you. And just having this synchronicity with this Sun card, the 19th mystery of the tarot, I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure your weekly, we saw this as the first card that came out, and that's a really wonderful synchronicity. What we see kind of crossing your path, what are some events going on in your life right now? I think that there is always going to be some challenges in front of you, okay? I think that you're the type of person, especially now with all of this fire energy, I can't state that enough. This Sun card is just amazing. Let's put this in our little card holder so we can kind of, if it'll stay, just so we can keep that kind of on our minds, right? Because that's some really good energy. I love that card. I love that we got this a second time around for you. And yeah, I just kind of want to put my arm around it. But there's always going to be some challenges for you. And I think that there is the circumstances this month are going to be one that that requires your courage, okay? There's something that you're kind of maybe you're either about to begin a new relationship, perhaps. I don't know that this is really career related, but I think there's going to be some kind of an event that is going to require you to be brave in the face of danger, right? The key word for this card is valor. And I think that you're going to be meeting someone new through some kind of not like an accident but some kind of a challenge, not a crisis. It's nothing that extreme, but just through some kind of like small danger. Do you know what I mean? Some situation where you have to kind of step up and be brave for a moment. You know what I mean? And I don't really know what that could be. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? But it's some kind of I don't know, if somebody trips and falls down and you have to kind of, rush in to save them or to, I know that sounds pretty dumb, but something like that. Not a huge crisis, not a major fight, major challenge, but something that's going to require you to put some of this solar energy into action. Something where you're going to have to kind of step up and help someone or overcome some small obstacle, some small challenge. Maybe there's could be like a minor fender bender, something like that. But it's going to be through one of these kinds of misfortunes that you're going to meet someone new. And I don't know who this person's going to be, but let's find out, because that's kind of an interesting, it's kind of starting to sound like a rom-com a little bit. But it's through some really kind of minor incident like that, a minor misfortune, where you're going to have this opportunity to really meet someone new. You're going to have this association. And what I see with this Priestess card down beneath everything is that this is going to feel kind of magical. I think that you have always had a rather keen interest in esoteric subjects, in the occult, in psychic phenomena, supernatural stuff. I think that you're someone who you believe in these things, though you may not be a practitioner yourself. Does that make sense? Maybe you own a tarot deck or two, but you haven't really gained the confidence in your own abilities, your own gifts yet. Because honestly, I think we all have these kinds of gifts and talents and skills and this psychic ability. Okay? I think every single one of us has those gifts. It's just a matter of learning how to activate it, learning how to tap into that. And I think that process, the tapping into it, is different for everyone. There may be some overlap, some similarities, but everyone's journey is different. Everyone's spirit is different, And so we all make these connections in different ways. So I think you're still forging that connection with your kind of underlying psychic gifts. It could be something that you've had a lot of kind of psychic experiences, like strange coincidences, kind of knowing things before they happen, or just getting really strong feelings about things that turn out to be, accurate and true. But you haven't yet learned how to consciously activate that gift. It's still something that kind of happens to you. But we're thankful for that, because that has guided you into this current situation, in this current phase of your life. It's guided you into this solar energy, this really outgoing, really vibrant energy that I feel. And it's guiding you into this little fender bender thing, this little minor misfortune, which I think has the potential to really be something tremendous. Now, whether this might not be a romantic relationship, it might not be something that lasts forever, but it's something new, it's something exciting, it's something that I think you're going to feel was kind of like divinely guided, like your spirit guides just kind of put that car in front of you for you to just tap, very minor, nothing serious, okay? But I feel like that's going to open the door to meeting this new person. I think it's a person, though we do see a couple of court cards here, but maybe it's not a person. I feel like it is. But it's opening up some kind of opportunity. There's going to be some kind of new connection formed, and not the literal connection of the two cars, colliding, okay? Again, just a minor misfortune, not necessarily with the car. But through that kind of chance event, that kind of seemingly random misfortune, you're going to meet someone. I'm pretty sure it's a person. Let's go to the recent past, though, first. Because I see this tower energy in your recent past. I think this is what we've been talking about for weeks now. This is like that big obstacle, that big challenge that you are facing, that kind of the trouble in your business or in your home with your family. Something I remember, it seemed like your business and your family, there was a little too much overlap there. They always say don't go into business with your family, or don't loan money to family or something. But I think that's kind of what happened with you. And I think it kind of all it was just a mess. It was a lot of chaos. It kind of blew up. But the good news is this is in the past. And I think you've freed yourself from that situation. Again, that air sign person that we used to see in your reads, not here. In fact, now that I'm looking at this, we don't have any air cards at all. So I wonder if that's significant. We'll touch on that. I kind of want to peek at that mystery card, but I'm not going to. So the Tower card, anyway. We got out of this situation that was kind of holding us back from progress. It was this kind of Charlie Foxtrot of a situation, right? If you don't know what that is, look it up. That it was just that mess, that chaos, but now we're free from that, right? That situation, I think, has resolved. It may have ended in kind of an abrupt manner with some harsh words. It could have been a bit of a blow up, right? But the good news is we're free from that. We don't have that air sign person here causing trouble anymore. Whatever this very restrictive situation was, that I feel like you had to put so much energy into fixing that it left little room for anything else for you. But now that you're free, you can be this solar energy, right? You can really let yourself shine. Really you have a brightness about you now that I haven't seen in the last few reads, And I like that. I like that a lot. Up above everything, we also see this court card. This is the Queen of Wands. Now, I don't think this represents another person. I think this is part of your energy that you're aspiring to. Okay, it's at the top of the path of the dove. So this is kind of like what you've put on a pedestal, what you're kind of like, what you're looking at every day. This is like the religious icon that you just kind of, you touch on your way out the door. Metaphorically speaking, maybe literally. But this is who you want to be. This is your ideal self. This is kind of like your true self in a pictorial form, okay, in a symbolic way. And this is someone who is really in charge of their life, really in control, really has this solar energy about them, this calm confidence, this radiance, becoming fully who they are, expressing and fulfilling every part of themselves. And with the Queen of Wands, this is done in such a meaningful way, such a compassionate way. I feel very strong emotions in you, but not melancholy, not sadness, which I think we've seen some of that with you before. But right now I'm feeling like there's such a vibrant energy. It's this joy, it's this emotional connection that kind of makes you want to just reach out and hug everyone. But you don't want them to know that. You know what I mean? You still have to maintain this authority in your life. I'm not sure if this is your business or you're the head of your family, household, you know. But you have like this secret joy about you, this love for everyone, and not secret so much, but it's not something that you just allow to run wild, you know. You're not just like hugging everybody and telling everybody how much you love them constantly. But you feel that, and you express that in other ways, and I think this is a really, really calm compassion, a real steady energy with you. And this is what you aspire to. You aspire to be in just in complete harmony with your energies. I was going to say in control of your energies, but it's not so much that like your ego is trying to control all of this fire and all of this solar energy from flowing outward. This is you trying to give it a little bit of direction, trying to maintain this composure, even though you're filled with this just tremendous light and love and energy, force and fire, you know. So looking at this queen, and this is not gender specific, you know. This will apply to all of us, I feel like. Learning how to direct all of this energy, really be in charge of it, and use this compassion, this love, this joy, this emotional connection that you have. It's almost like inside you're crying tears of joy, but outwardly you're strong and vibrant and energetic and a little bit more composed, you know, but you're doing things in an active manner to express that inner joy. Okay? I think that's just kind of your vibe this month, honestly. I feel like that's really how you're taking a lot of this fire energy, a lot of this solar energy. Now, in the immediate future, I think you're going to meet that person through this minor incident. And they may be an Aries person. It could be. I think this is probably going to happen sooner rather than later. It could be in the next few days that this incident might happen where you meet this person. But I think you're really going to feel like they vibe with you just through like the short conversation where you're just like exchanging insurance information or whatever. You're going to feel this high priestess energy kind of guiding you toward this person or this experience. And you're really going to feel like they resonate with you. And it may not even be through any kind of words that are spoken. It's just going to be a vibe that you feel. And again, I think within a few days, this will probably happen. And it's going to be a strange thing, right? Because your ego's going to be like, well, how can I feel this way about this person? I don't know anything about them. I probably don't even know their name yet, right? But you're going to feel this resonance. It's almost like they have their spirit or their soul is kind of tuned into the same frequency as yours, and you're going to feel that, right? You're going to maybe feel even in just a brief moment, just in an instant, all of the potential for that relationship, all of kind of what the energy could be. You know what I mean? It's going to be a strange sensation. It's going to be a strange sensation. Let's go to the path of the serpent now. And I do just want to say, as always, that these cards are always correct. Never pull the wrong card, okay? But as the messenger, I might not be able to apply each card to your particular circumstances. And that's why I ask you to connect with these images, with these energies yourself. Use your intuition. Go beyond what I'm telling you, okay? So general energy, chariot, maybe it is going to be a little fender bender. This sometimes is, it's a chariot. Our cars are our chariots these days. So it could be that this happens, via a minor traffic accident, fender bender. the might or misfortune. I think that you're someone now, you have this, there's going to be this conflict because like I said with this, it's going to really have this strange sensation about it that your ego is not really going to trust. You know, well, how can I feel this way? I don't even know this person. I don't even know their name. And that is because you've learned how to protect yourself from whatever, like we said last time, whatever was leading you to kind of dim your light, to kind of veil your sunshine, right? You've learned how to wear your armor, you know, and protect what is really meaningful to you, which is your spirit, your soul, this kind of solar nature. You've learned how to protect that. So you always have your armor on. You're always quite cautious. At the same time, you're always ready for an adventure. And I think especially now that you're in more of this kind of sunshine vibe, you're even more ready for an adventure. And I think even though this situation seems a little confusing, a little weird, a little strange, there's risks. You don't know who this person is or what the outcome is going to be. But you also trust your spirit guides. You trust your intuition. You trust your own kind of latent psychic abilities that we talked about. So you're ready for a new adventure. And, you know, this isn't to say that you need to just abandon all sense of safety or security and be risky and vulnerable. And no, because we don't know people, right? We don't know who this person is. But you're prepared and you know how to keep yourself safe. So it's okay to meet someone, you know? It's okay to kind of to test this road out a little bit. And I think that's kind of a conflict in you because you know what you've been through in the past. You don't want to go down that road again. So you're real cautious, real kind of reserved in that way. At the same time, you want adventure. You want to do new things. You want to expand and experience life and joy and pleasure and all of these things. So how do you balance out, how do you kind of equalize both of those energies, right? And that I think is part of the Chariot's message here is that you know how to keep yourself safe. It's okay to go out on a new adventure, but stay safe at the same time. You know, I think you'll figure that out. The next card, though, this is in the environment. I think this connection with this person, whoever it is that we're meeting in this kind of haphazard way, there's going to be a real emotional connection there. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be the beginning of a new relationship or just a really tremendous friendship, but I feel like there's going to be this instant connection, and we already kind of said that. It's going to be this weird vibe and resonance. I think the more you get to know this person, the stronger that emotional connection will be. And maybe it will become a kind of romantic thing or where the two of you decide to start dating or become a couple or you get serious, you know. I feel like there's a real bond that's potentially here, okay? Now, it depends obviously on your choices, on their choices, and on the rest of the variables. There are infinite variables. But it has the potential, I see, from these cards to really be a strong connection. Really be a strong connection. And in your past readings, I don't know if there was a Cancer person involved in some of your past readings, but I see that this new person might be a Cancer. I said Aries, I'm thinking maybe Cancer too. Either or, could be a Sun and Moon. Maybe Aries is their rising sign, maybe their solar is the Cancer. But I think there's going to be a really strong bond, a really strong connection. Whether it becomes romantic, I don't know. Maybe leave me some comments in the future, let me know down the road. Or in the next few days, you know, how all this plays out. But a real strong bond, real strong sense of connection, chemistry even there. The next card is your Devil energy. This is the Devil. This rules the sign of Capricorn. This is your card. And anytime that I get this kind of ruling card for a particular sign, it really means great things are coming. Right? This means that it's going to be a tremendous time for you to manifest your ideas, your ideals, your goals. Any projects that you have pending right now, do them, get them done. Anything that you were thinking about starting, do it, get it started. Any adventure that you were thinking about taking, go take it. You're ready, you're prepared, and the energy is in such a configuration now that almost anything you touch is going to succeed. Okay? Because this devil energy, as you know, this is someone who can really put a lot of this fire, a lot of this solar energy, a lot of this fire that we see on the path of the dove. You can take all of this energy and put it into physical, tangible results. You get things done. I think you get things done. And sometimes you might feel like you get things done a little better when you're alone. You know, when you do things on your own rather than in a group. You feel kind of like a solo flyer to me. But at the same time, I think you have this ability to adapt to any kind of circumstances. Now, I think that's what we saw in the past with this, whatever led to this tower event. I think that you were involved in this group, again, business, family, somehow intertwined. And you had to sort that out. You adapted, you reacted, you did what you had to do, you came through that into your sunshine. But you'd rather not go through that again, you know? So it's kind of like this, you kind of like the solo flight more than the kind of group thing. But either way, you know how to get things done. You really do. The next thing that we see, the end of the path of the serpent, the kind of final outcome or the more long-term outcome is the Princess of Wands. And again, I don't think this is talking about another person. It could be talking about if this was an Aries person, maybe their ascendant sign is Aries, maybe they're the Cancer sun. Whoever this person is that you're meeting, maybe this is them, and maybe the princess here is talking about, again, it's kind of a card that manifests the fire energy, right? Because the princess is the earth quality of all of the fire, right? The suit of wands, the fire. So this is energy, this is force and fire that is manifesting on the physical plane. So this could be really the first steps of this new relationship. The kind of like, you know, after this incident takes place, you kind of start to vibe with this person. You start to maybe think there's some feelings there, some kind of chemistry. And this might be the two of you actually getting together and going out and doing things, spending time together, getting to know each other. All of this energy manifested. This is also really in line with what we said about the devil and the Capricorn energy. Taking all of this force and fire, putting it into something tangible to get results, you get things done. So you're not someone that's going to leave a lot of energy on the table, you know? If something's here, even in a potential form, you're going to see where it goes. You're going to get some results from it. So I think that this is a really interesting time for you, since you have all of this solar energy, this confidence, this vibrance, this liveliness and cheerfulness, and this real sunshine, you know? And definitely go watch the weekly that we just did for you, and then come back and watch this. I think this is just such a tremendous flow of energy for you right now that it makes me excited. It makes me want to go out and start all my projects that I haven't started yet, right? Or the dozen projects that I haven't finished yet. That's even worse. But you have a real opportunity this month to manifest all of this energy and really get things done and get results. And I'm interested in this minor misfortune, this little fender bender, and see who this person is that you're going to be meeting. Now, again, it may not be involving a car, but I kind of feel like there's a car in there somewhere related to this situation. But anyway, through that minor misfortune, you're going to meet this person that really has potential for you. I think you're really going to find that they resonate with you. And it's, again, something that you need to tap into and trust your psychic abilities, your instincts, your spirit guides, whatever you want to call that. Let's look at this mystery card now and see what that could be, okay? Because, again, we didn't really see any air here. So I wonder if this is going to be some air energy. I wonder if it's going to be some more earth energy. Well, it is some earth energy. It's the Hierophant. It's the Hierophant. So this is definitely some major arcana energy that is showing some tangible, physical, manifested, visible results, right? It's got that earth energy. It's got that fixed earth energy, right? This is like the creation of something long-lasting. Okay? So I wonder if this relationship isn't going to be something that really does last, right? It really has kind of long-term potential to it. Again, could be romantic, doesn't have to be romantic. This could be something different. It could be even a career or business opportunity, maybe. Who knows? I feel like it's romantic, but maybe not. Maybe for some of you it will be. For others, this might be more of a new potential business relationship or career opportunity. Something that's going to have physical, tangible results for a long time to come. Okay, so that could be a relationship that really stays together for a long time. Could be that business partnership that's going to really lead to some long-term success, financial success, business success. It feels romantic, though. I'll be honest with you. It does. Anyway, I think that's a beautiful confirmation. I wish we would have seen a little bit more air energy, but maybe in our next weekly reading, we'll see that air come in, and that's going to be kind of the beginning of this dialogue, probably between you and this person, and just showing the kind of interpersonal relationships that I think you're really headed toward, even though you do have this kind of solo energy about you. I think that with this Capricorn energy and your potential to really succeed at anything that you attempt this month, I think we're going to see a lot more like networking, a lot more interaction as you start to get some of this energy moving, involving other people and stuff. So really wonderful cards for you. I'm very, very, very excited. I'm happy that we had such a wonderful continuation from the weekly reading. I think it's really, really great, really tremendous. We're going to do a little extended real quick. If you want to stick around, you can become a member to the channel, and you do that by clicking on the link that's right there, and you can have access to all of the extended readings. This was your monthly tarot reading for February 2023 on Dove and Serpent Tarot.